back. I'ma just keep real on you. We gonna keep it back to back, back to back. Keep it real on you. Cause we gonna keep it back to back, back to back. She ain't no ride or die. She the living sanctuary. Cause we just gonna keep it back to back to back to back. Great things, great things. Great things, great things. I will begin by saying hi. I'm going to begin with what I just saw in the unseen. Right? Cause we gonna keep it back to back. It's been a long time coming, cause we gonna keep it back to back. Ain't no roly-polies round here. We only the realest, and the realest of the factor. Come on, cause we gonna keep it back to back. We ain't drinking from your anguish. We only from the fountain of youth. We gonna keep it back to back. Yeah. Cause we gonna keep it till it back to back. This one is titled Castle Overlay. Okay. So it is the parables on the soul travel. So this is what I saw. I'm gonna go right into what was shown. I entered what seemed to be a castle overlay, where dim lights and chain beds revealed a hidden structure of bondage beneath the place. I rest. Now I can be able to see different overlays in any structure. The truth. So I was in this place. I had a white bag that I was walking with of nourishment. I carried carrots shaped in a circle, a cup of clarity through halls of decay. Then I saw this man. He had to have been from Africa or somewhere. He had a swollen belly, okay, and he was stinking. And he made an excuse. He was saying, "I just got off work." And then I remember seeing him digging his fingers in his toes. But the stench was something serious. It's like, while this is happening in the soul travel, I could still sense it in the physical, if that makes sense. Then after all of that, I knew this was the stench of sloth, the cycle of stagnation. And then I passed by a bunch of cakes. They were all cut in squares, and they was in this in another part of this room I was looking at, and they were like in a glass thing. Okay, so I passed by the cakes of false sweetness, sprinkles overwrought, delights of the sleepers. In one room, the artist rolled smoke to sedate herself. It was a famous artist. I ain't gonna get no name, but I knew who it was, right? And most of you would too. It's not my first rodeo. Seeing them doing things, right? But I pierced into her veil. I said, I'm just talking to her. We was sitting on this blue cloth or something, and that's where she had it all just laid out. And I'm still carrying my carrots. I had my little carrot cup in front of me, and then I was like, they drug test here, how will you pass? And then she looked up, and she was I don't know, had this little face or something, but she had no answer, only like a counterfeit laughter, like, you know, when somebody nervous or something, they just get to chuckling. Then I remember leaving, well, before leaving, I was asking her, because they do like color codes or something, and then I was naming the colors. I said, you got gold, red, blue, and then she said yellow. I do have all of the meanings after, right? But when I walked away and I started climbing up these stairs, it almost resembled I'm not gonna say that. There was a lot of stairs that I was climbing up, on the ceiling, all over the place. And I was looking, I'm just looking, and I noticed she took the carrot that I had with all her weed and everything. So this is proof that distortion feeds on nourishment while clinging to illusion. A lot of us, when we so caught up on the days or not wanting to see straight. So then up the stairs, I was humming, and then out of nowhere I saw like peanut butter, so many peanut butter jars and stuff. And I realized I was eating simple earth food as songs steadied me. So this was my own anchor of joy and nourishment. And I'm still just humming, walking around. And then that's when I began to just remote view everything. So no longer in the body, just remote viewing. And it seemed like I was inside of a fridge, because I can see this lady. It was this it was this blonde-haired woman. She had an accent, and she put in little microwavable stuff in there, and little sweetener cups and everything. And before that, I remember seeing this woman talking to a giant cat, and the cat was her husband, and they just doing what they do. The obese pet lovers doing what they do. So then yeah, it was like a husband spirit inside of the pet skin. But the lady, the other lady, she was putting in ham, bread, microwavable trays and stuff. And I realized the humans and their pets played at normalcy. And I'm just witnessing everything. So the parable shows I be with the true nourishment. Also, I be seeing and piercing illusions others don't even know exist. And of course, I see beyond forms. No mask, no pet, no person can deceive my gaze. So now we're going to go into the meanings, right? The fact that the environment was like an overlayer of a castle itself. That means this place is like a spiritual stronghold. So yes, every decision that you take in, it means something. So the castle represented containment, hierarchy, and hidden chambers. The dim lights and chain beds mean I was perceiving the shadow side. So a layer of control or bondage that overlays the current space, right? The environment. It's not just people and inanimate objects. It's an actual spiritual team. And due to this backwards language, English language, you just have to be very precise and explain it, because you don't want to put more spells on yourself. I'm very calm. Like I said, I'm just back with sis. I'm back to back. Like I mentioned, I just kind of got shaken from spirit. They say, go on, talk about it. And yes. So my ability to notice this shows the seer sight is expanding beyond appearances, and how it's becoming easier for me to see the structures beneath the structure. Because all of this thing in the globe is something else entirely. I've been seeing a lot of actual 3D layouts that they have cages and transports for the souls. And now this is a more easier one. That's why I'm starting with this one first. But most cases, when there's a parasitic digital monster inepted on that playing field, a lot of souls don't come back, especially when they get eaten alive or things like that. That's ooh, wild woman, so wild. So now, with the fat African man in carrot cup, the man with the big belly and flip-flops symbolizes decadence, sloth, and stagnation. His stink is the stench of spiritual idleness. So not so long the depiction or whatever, right? But all of the above, the energy. His line, okay, this is the most important key. I just got off work, is a mocking excuse. He labors in cycles but does not evolve, right? When they constantly having you clocking in 8, 12, 14 hours, all of your life force is going to an entity instead of your own livelihood. It does not help the spirit or soul to whether expand in consciousness or to evolve. Okay. Next, now me walking with the white bag marks purity, carrying nourishment, The carrots shaped into a cup form a circle of sustenance. They were actually bigger than this, but you see a circle and it was all just carrot. So I bring clarity, earth food, and order into a place of indulgence and decay. Next, the cakes and colors, right? The squared cakes with sprinkles, and then it was another. So the first one had like a vanilla thing and sprinkles. So a lot of the times, when it comes to the 3D projections, these spirits know exactly what you'll go for. They know exactly what you like and what you continuously pick up, right? So to fool them, you have to do something different, you know. If you want that struggle with a lot of the sugar, then gradually cut back as much as you can because it's a stronghold there. And then there was a darker set of cakes up there. So one represent false sweetness and hidden corruption. Many souls there feed on these pleasures, right, instead of true nourishment. The carrots I had. So then, when I asked about the colors, the gold, red, blue, I was naming archetypal currents of identity: royal, fire, and then truth. So when the singer said yellow, it revealed confusion, false classification, a distortion. So my awareness is helping me to be able to see what is real and what isn't. It shows, you know, I cannot be deceived by counterfeit categories. So now, the singer rolling the weed, it's very symbolic here. It's not about the person themselves, but do they do that in the physical? Oh yes. Anyways, it represents artistry being used for sedation instead of elevation. The weed is distraction and escape. Her surprise at my comment shows that many are unconscious of surveillance or consequence. And I don't have to do anything. Nature herself, because she's peering into your heart. I remember telling her, I was like, why don't you eat it instead? But she didn't already rolled like 2 5 joints and skedaddled with my carrot. I saw you. I saw what you did. Anywho, see. Yeah, watch. I'm gonna cry about it. That was my carrot. You ain't asked. Anywho, I pierced the illusion she had going on. And then her taking my carrot along with her weed shows distortion, feeding on the golden ones, right? The soul beings, nourishment, while still clinging to its escape. Next was showing all of the peanut butter, it's like a dense little protein rich grounding sustenance. So me humming and finding myself around all of this was the simple fact that I was enjoying the simple joys and grounding in what nourishes, even in strange places. The humming is important. It was helping me to remain centered when surrounded by distortion. So next, me reviewing the Latina woman, and then the cat, and then that cat relationship. This scene shifts into direct remote viewing, showing that I'm not going to read that part. But with the talking cat, they were actually in a relationship, but it was a full cat man body. It was just a cat and it was a big cat. He was super tall. He had a big belly too. The ears and everything. So what I was viewing as the observer was another household reality. Ordinary groceries, ordinary tasks, but layered with occult communication. Seeing it from the fridge means I was peering from the inside out. Not looking as an outsider, but from within the flow of her daily sustenance. So, my question was, why so many others was there and they was just doing their own thing? So the essence behind it of what was foretelling to see, the battlefield is not only fire and screams, right? It is also everyday illusions, little indulgences, habits, and distractions. So everyone that I saw there, from the singer, the fat man, the woman with the cat relationship, then the other one with the little microwavable stuff. I feel like she was trying. Is there? Okay. It just shows these were all examples of souls caught in different loops of distraction, sedation, or false sweetness. So, the moment you find yourself maybe repeating certain loops or cycles, the most important thing is to be as gentle and kind to yourself as possible. Now, the woman, she was taking the time to at least observe what she brought back in there, but she still brought it back in there. That's why I said she was trying, because she was asking, what is this? But ma'am, you brought that stuff. So you gotta just be kind to yourself through these loops, right? So that way your body will actually feel the nudge along with you to make the certain changes that needs to be changed, if you want to get there or not. But yeah, I just was observing, not in bitterness or extremity or anything. I'm just seeing with clarity now, with how varied the battlefield is. Not all enemies are soldiers. Many are sleepers. Many are dreamers trapped in cycles. Okay. So it's just showing, or divine spirit was just showing me, spiritual warfare is not only cosmic, it is also woven into ordinary life. Right? Your flame must stand strong not only against obvious abominations, but even down to the smallest crevices. That was a fun one. It was a lot going on, but I summed it up pretty much. Hopefully this helps someone out there. I laugh because I first thought, well, especially if you feel like you unseen or alone in whatever challenge you've been having some trouble getting past, you are at least being seen. Okay. So the addictions and all of that. It'll always be there. But it's up to you to go ahead and love thyself even more. Make that love so powerful and strong. So that way, against all the odds and these addictions, your body will tell you itself, I don't need it. Because instead of you demanding me around, what we got to do, where we going, what this is, you are actually developing a self-sustaining relationship with me as the body, as the physical mate here, to ground things in order for you to do this at such a higher stature and awareness. So, ooh, go team. That's putting your masculine and feminine to work. Go team. Anywho, more beds like this are on the way. Okay. Again, everything is karmic, but there is some things Mama will help foresee you through when she checks the heart, knowing that is right within. So yeah. If you like, you can like the video. It may be someone out there who needs that spiritual guidance.